Alright, so I had another dream last night, right? But this one was in a different location, a more, I guess you could say, normal location. And it's not the first time that I had this dream in this location. So it was me, my older brother, and I think my sister. We ended up going to this like little church, but it was like a community building. It wasn't really like a church. And in the church, it was a lot of people I knew from my hometown, plus some random people I never seen before. But it was a lot of elders in there because it was like church, you feel me? And in the church, it always seemed like I was being like watched. Like as soon as I entered the church, it was like I would walk through, find my seat, and it's like everybody just staring as I'm walking through. And as I'm walking through, my brother and sister, they end up like disappearing somewhere. I don't know where they walked off to, but I was just focused on finding my seat so I could be seated. And it's like I could feel the tension of everybody staring. So I ended up going to the bathroom, right? And when I went to the bathroom, this person ended up coming in the bathroom. But the bathroom wasn't like a church bathroom. It was the bathroom that I have in my house. But on the way to the bathroom, I had to pass this kitchen. And as I passed the kitchen to go to the bathroom, I'm already sensing something weird because everybody was just still staring even as I'm walking to the bathroom. Nobody was in the kitchen. But it's like lines of food set up on the counters and tables and stuff in the kitchen. But anyways, I'm using the bathroom, right? And this person comes in the bathroom as I'm using it. And they say they had to use it really bad. So I'm like, you couldn't have just waited, like, or did something else? Like, you came in here, this one person bathroom with a complete stranger. And they just started using the bathroom. I'm like, yo. So after they came in, another person came in. So I ended up getting into this little, like, hidden area in the bathroom. And I was just sitting in there. I ended up hearing screaming coming from this room. It sounded like it was either under or behind, like, the walls of the bathroom. Okay, and then the extra person that walked in the bathroom ended up attacking the person that came in there first. So I'm watching this person get attacked, and it's like they mixed into each other and merged as one. And you see, I pushed the person down so I could get out, because I'm like, yo, what's going on? And as I'm walking out the bathroom, back past the kitchen, I see everybody lined up to eat, but not everybody was lined up. The people that were still sitting in the seating area, they were all just talking, and some people were still staring, you feel me? But I ended up sitting down. And I noticed everybody that got a plate and ate the food, they ended up going crazy. But what stood out to me even more was what they had on their plates. Like, it was straight sugary foods. And it's like they all just started going crazy after taking a bite of the food. So once everybody started going crazy, it was like a riot started. Like, everybody just started fighting and getting extremely violent. Like, it wasn't just no pushing and shoving. Like, it was some real gore. Like, they was really fighting, trying to hurt each other. So as I see all of this happening, I'm starting to realize, okay, this food, something ain't right. So I'm walking around looking, trying to get out. And it's like the door that was the entrance disappeared. So now I gotta go to different areas of the church. And it's like I could never find the area where I heard the screaming. But I see this area look like a theater. And in the theater, it was the same person that ended up merging first. They were just standing there, and they started to chase me. So I ran out of the little theater room, right? But this time when I ran back to the entrance, it was there. So I ran out of the entrance, because like I said, once I become aware that I'm dreaming, I can do what I want. So I ran out of the entrance. Once I'm outside of the entrance, it's like everywhere I look is just parking lots and traffic. It's no buildings, nothing. It's just roads of traffic everywhere and parking lots. And I see cars parked outside, and there's people just sitting in the cars. Like, people I guess didn't enter the church. I don't know if they knew it was wrong already, so they didn't go in, or if they were all a part of it. But they were just sitting in their cars. I tried to get in my brother's car so I could, like, leave, because I couldn't find them anymore. But since I didn't have the keys, I ended up going back inside of the church. And when I went back inside of the church, I see the same lady that chased me and caused me to go outside of the church. But this time, she said something to me. And I don't really remember what she said, but I just know she said something to me. And it caused me to, like, think. once I thought about what she said, I ended up walking out of another exit of the church. And it led me to like this computer lab. And the computer lab was messed up. Like the screen was static. So I couldn't really do nothing to the computer. So I ended up leaving that room. And that room led back to the theater room. All right. And so once I went back to the theater room from the computer lab, I ended up going back outside because once again, I couldn't find the keys. But after all of that happened, I guess I woke up because I don't really remember too much craziness happening after all of the people getting violent and stuff. I just know after they got violent, the only thing that caused them to act crazy was the sugary food. And I don't know if they had like meat on their plate, but I know they didn't have no kind of vegetables or fruit. All they had was meat and just sugary foods. But nah, I told y'all, bro, these dreams be crazy. Y'all have a good day.